Insulin resistance. Let me ask you, have you got a belly? Are you carrying body fat? Are you overweight? Do you have fat around your waist and your hips and your belly button? Is it fatty? If it is, I'm guaranteeing you've probably got insulin resistance. Now we have to fix that before we start to see any changes in body shape. So what happens is you eat something that's really high in carbohydrates or something that's really high in sugar or just sugar, and your pancreas, which is an organ, produces insulin, the hormone insulin. Sorry about the pen. And that's normal and it's natural. However, when you have too much sugar and too high a carbohydrate diet, your pancreas keeps putting out insulin. And what happens is, the cell over here thinks, had enough of that, I'm going to put a block on this here because the insulin is not good for me. Too much insulin isn't good for your body. So your cell stops it and puts a block, and this is called insulin resistance. And what happens is, the pancreas keeps putting this out to the cell. There is no feedback loop at all going back to the pancreas. So certain parts of your body have really, really high insulin levels, which is really dangerous. Not only is it dangerous, it causes body fat storage, in particular belly fat. So to come away from that, we have to try and switch this insulin off, which we will do because we'll stop eating grains and we'll stop eating sugar. And the pancreas can then work more efficient. So it would put insulin out once. Insulin would help take food into the cell would use it, and the feedback loop going back to the pancreas would say, okay, we've had enough insulin, switch off for the time being, and that is ideal. So we have to fix your insulin resistance before we can see any changes in your body fat and your physique and how you feel. Once you fix this, your mental clarity will improve, your concentration will improve, and you'll just feel so much better in yourself. So if this continued to happen, and you were insulin resistant over a period of time, what happens is you promote the chances of becoming type 2 diabetic. And so many people in Scotland in particular are type 2 diabetic because of this reason. We eat the wrong foods, our foods are too high in sugar, we drink too much alcohol, so generally our bodies, our pancreas is on overdrive because it's putting out this insulin, which isn't good for our bodies. The cells shut down, insulin resistance happens, and effectively you're putting yourself into a really, really dangerous position. So we have to stop the foods that are really high in carbohydrate, and we have to stop the sugar.